Today I'm going to talk about a new feature in Highlights Library called Readers Plus. This is a series of 500 titles that have enhanced learning activities for users of the platform. You can easily identify these stories by the green circle that you can see on the covers here, here, and here. One thing to know about these stories and these activities is that you have to have read the book before you're able to engage in the activities. So if we click in the info box here, you can see that I'm unable to do the speaking activity because I haven't read the book yet. Similarly, if I look at the info box on this one, because I've read the book, I'm able to do the speaking, listening, and thinking activities. One thing to note is that you can also access all of these activities in the post-reading recommended pop-up that shows up after each book. So let's get started on the speaking activity.
Click Start to begin the activity. Listen and read, then record. Do you have good manners? Ready, go!
Do you have good manners? So I wanted to show you how it worked the first time, and then I'm going to point out a couple of things. You will hear the instructions on the first sentence in every book. You can replay the sentence if you'd like to hear it.
Do you have good manners?
And you can re-record the audio if you would like to. So I'll re-record this as well.
Ready, go!
Do you have good manners? And you have to click stop. And you can also listen to yours. Do you have good manners? And you'll receive a score, which you can see right here, and that's for each sentence.
You say, please. Ready, go!
You say, please.
You say, thank you. Ready, go!
You say, thank you.
You share pizza with your friends. Ready, go!
You share pizza with your friends. And you'll see that it points out some of the mistakes that I could have made in my pronunciation, and it tells me that I need a little bit more practice. So I could practice right here, or I could submit this and practice on the next time.
You help others. Ready, go!
You help others. Now this shows you an overall score for all 5 sentences. I think I did okay. Now let's look at another activity. So what we'll do here is we click OK, and it will take us to the post-reading pop-up. Let's try the listening activity.
Click Start to begin the activity. Listen to the sentence, then unscramble the words in the sentence. Do you have good manners?
So you hear the instructions again, and you hear the sentence. You can listen to the sentence again. You just have to click play.
Do you have good manners?
So let's try. You click on each of the words, and you have to press submit, and the system gives you a score. After you get the score or the correct answer the first time, you have to go into
You say, please.
the next sentence. Now, let's listen to the sentence one more time.
You say, please.
I'm going to mess up on this one purposefully. Now, I realized I messed up. I can actually hit this button, and that lets me reset everything. Let's try it again. All right, let's go to the next one.
You say, thank you.
Okay, so this time I'm going to mess up again. But I don't want to set everything back, so I can just click on each of the words and go back.
You share pizza with your friends.
And on this one, I'm going to purposefully mess up and submit the wrong answer. It's going to show me that I didn't get the right answer, and it's going to show me the right answer.
You help others.
So this gives me my overall score, and you can see it records that I messed up that fourth sentence. All right, and then we're going to finish up with the thinking activity.
Click Start to begin the activity. Think about it. Answer the question below.
So I have to think about, you say blank when you ask for something. I say, may I? You can save it and go to the next question. You can always delete those letters and answers, and you can write it again. And you have a limit here of 50 characters. I think this might be And then this one is really what we call an and you. This is about my feelings and my connection and anything that I've learned in my life. So this is, how do you use good manners? So you submit and then you complete. In this one, you don't get the correct answer because this is really meant for your teacher or someone else to review and give you some answers. But you're able to know that you did finish the activity. Now I want to show you Readers Plus on mobile. You can do all of the same activities, it just looks a little bit different. So on mobile, you click on the book cover and it will pull up all of the activities. I'm doing the same book, so let's do the speaking activity. You don't hear the instructions on mobile, so you just have to click Start.
Do you have good manners?
Do you have good manners? And you'll see some of the differences are it looks a little bit different, and your recording bar looks a little bit different right here. It's a spinning wheel on the microphone button. I'll press it one more time and record again. Do you have good manners? Okay. Now, you can also, like on the web, you're able to exit these activities, though your answers won't be saved. Let's go to the listening activity. This looks pretty similar too, so you get started just by pressing Start.
Do you have good manners?
And you hear the sentence again, and you can play it again.
Do you have good manners?
So we'll click, you just hit them with your finger. And I'm going to submit that. Very similar. And I didn't get it right, so I know that, and I can go to the next
You
sentence.
say, please.
I'm going to exit this. And I'm going to do the thinking. Okay, so you just use your keyboard. And you can submit your answers. So very similar to how you see it, but just a little bit different. One thing to note is you do need to have Highlights Library app having access to the microphone for the speaking and the listening activities. I also wanted to show you what happens when you receive a Readers Plus title as an assignment. So we'll go to the library, which you can see right here. You have the N notification for a new assignment. And we'll click on assignment. And you'll see here that we have received new assignments that have Readers Plus titles in them. Now we're going to look at how to review your teacher's feedback on an assignment. So we will go to My Profile so that we can see the My History tab. When you click down here, you will see the history that you have had of your activity on Highlights Library. It's now separated out into 3 different tabs: Reading, Video, and then Activity. So here you can see when you've completed an activity that's for an assignment, it will say assignment. And if you did it on your own, it will show general. When you complete an activity and you have sent it to your teacher, you will see the scores that you receive as well as the word submitted when you have sent it to the teacher. If you have sent it to the teacher and they have reviewed it, you will start to see these little bubbles that show you their commentary. So let's look at each one of these very quickly. You can click on the number and you're able to review their feedback to you. Here it says good job. We will look at the speaking. She says pronunciation sounds very good. Continue the good work. You're also able to review your recording here.
Do you have good manners?
If we click on listening, you can now see we have not received feedback from our teacher on this. We will go to thinking. Good answer for the final question. Continue to read the text closely and pay attention to the details. So you're able to see the feedback that your teacher has provided in addition to the log of your activity.